Hey guys, I'm working on a Fair Isle hat here from Shetland Wool Week, and I had mentioned in the last video that these signature needle art needles were driving me crazy, and I had forgotten that I started knitting this hat with them in the winter of 2020-2021, and it was starting to get too warm to finish, and so I kind of got up to about right here and left it in my knitting pile of unfinished objects, and haven't really had any knitting mojo until recently. And I just kind of thought, well, if I'm going to finish this, let's hurry up and get it done, because February is the absolute last month before the weather just gets way too warm and my hands get really hot and sticky. You can kind of see from this area here. I don't know if you can see, I'm looking through the camera lens. I had some tension problems because my hands were getting really hot and sticky, and so I just kind of gave up when I reached about here. And yesterday I worked on this section, and I just decided to keep these needles in the project because, as a rule of thumb, you really want to use the same needle throughout the entire project to keep the same gauge, unless you know there's a substitute that works really well. And so I was just being lazy and I just kept these needles in, and oh my gosh. So my poor finger is like purple. It's so swollen and tender and inflamed. These stiletto points are fantastic, and I love using them the stiletto points in the double pointed needles. But with these circular needles, it really is driving me crazy. So I just wanted to show you while the sun was really bright here. Can you see how the stitches are bunching up where the cable connects to the needle? There's this little piece about 1 inch wide, and some people refer to that as the join. And so that cable, this black cable, is connected right into this little piece, and then the needle threads into this section here. So the stitches really bunch up, and I can't knit very smoothly because every time I knit about 20 stitches, then all of a sudden I want to pull them forward and they won't, because it's just all these stitches are stuck. And I'm really worried it's going to stretch out the stitches, for one. And then after I get through a whole round, the needle itself starts to unwind from the cable. It's kind of got like this threaded join where the needle slips into this little barrel here. And so it slowly starts to unwind. And so every row I have to re-tighten that join. And when I used these needles on another project, it was with the Brooklyn Tweed Loft yarn that I was using, which is technically a fingering weight yarn as well, but that yarn is fuller and heavier, and the needle would come undone after maybe 20 stitches. I mean, it was that bad. So this is the second replacement pair that the company has sent me, and they claim that it only is a problem with their size US 3 needle for the circular needles, and they felt at that time that they had fixed it, and I just never felt that the problem was resolved. The thing that makes me hesitate, they stand by their product and there's a warranty, and the thing that makes me hesitate to return them is that the needle itself is so perfect for helping you get a nice knitted tension when you're doing Fair Isle knitting. And I really wish this company could get their needles to be fixed, because if I knew that this was a non-issue, I would buy their circular needles in other sizes, but I was never able to feel like it was resolvable. So anyways, I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna show you I'm gonna knit around the entire length of one round, and I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch it go very slowly. But I did want to show you on a video what the problems are that are occurring and how much it causes pain, because ironically these needles were meant to be more ergonomic, designed to be more ergonomic. One of the things they do is that their shortest cable length is longer than the industry standard of 16 inches. It still works for doing a circumference like a hat, but it's supposed to allow you to rest your wrists without having to keep them, you know, super tight in here with like a 16-inch cable. But ironically, my finger hurts a lot because every time these stitches get caught over here, when I'm trying to grab a stitch and knit it, I'm pushing like this to push the stitches forward, and they don't want to move forward, so it just causes a lot of pressure on my finger. There is a bit of a workaround for this pain issue, at least. In the quilting world, there's a little thimble that is just really a piece of plastic with adhesive on the bottom in the shape of an oval that you can just tape to your finger, and then that way every time you push on the needle, or any kind of needle and any kind of needlework, it protects the pad of your finger, and I would imagine that it would hurt a lot less, but still maybe be tender. Mine is super sore from just knitting about that much right there. So anyways, I'll stop and I'll let you see what I'm talking about, and let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear other people's experiences with this brand of circular needles. I love their double pointed needles. I'm just really struggling with their circular needles, and maybe they fixed the problem by now. I'm not sure. This was about a year ago when I was in communication with them. So I thought I would just do a little review of those needles and come back with another fuller teaching video on how to do the decreases when you are doing a colorwork chart when you have to do the crown of the hat. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next video. Hope you have a great day and everything is going well, and that everybody's staying safe and warm and getting through the winter together. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.